Hey guys, it's your girl Tennessee North. Yeah, making a video, another breakfast video, but we're having fish. Yeah, it's simple. Um, Maybe some fries with it and some basted cakes. Yeah, that's the cornbread where you put the green peppers and onions and I'm gonna make some of that. And that's gonna be breakfast. Yeah, but I think I might open one can of Great Northern for the mister. And yeah, that's gonna be breakfast. Now that the holidays are over, we're just simple. We back to our plain old selves. Yeah. With that relaxing type state, because we hustle and bustle to get through the holidays, the two holidays that back to back, and it's tiring. Yeah, I feel good, but I was tired. But I got plenty of energy, and but I don't want to do anything. So I'm gonna make some fish, and then I'm gonna get the remote and flick it, and let some stuff watch me, and yeah, because I probably nod off. But that's okay. I'm gonna enjoy the day. And that sounds like enjoyment to me. Doing nothing. Yeah. Doing nothing. So, I got some of this golden fish fry. It's by Noah Bell's Genuine Golden Fish Fry. Very good. Yeah, it's backwards. I'll tell you what it says. Yeah. So, that's what breakfast is about. Yeah. Well, more like a brunch. Because it's after 10, so. It's going to be still good. Let me get it started. Okay, before I get started and put my fish on, I'm going to get my beans started. I got some smoked Joe in here. And I'm going to cut some onion up in it. Just making one can. Like that. Then I'm going to take it over here to the stove. Okay. So I got my beans over there. Just got a little, one can. And I'm going to season them. I'm going to put some of this tropical sazon in it. Got a good flavor. I'm going to put some pepper flakes, red pepper flakes. A little onion powder. Garlic powder and onion powder. Some black pepper. A little salt. And a little sugar. That's right, you heard, a little sugar. I let that smoked Joe, I put it in, put a little oil in, and fried it a little bit along with the onions. Then I put some water in it and let it boil down till the bacon got done. Then I added my can of beans. And that's my beans. I'm going to turn these off. Get to the rest of it. Hold on. Okay, so my beans are done. I got my oil on for my fries. My fish is going to be the last thing I'm going to drop, because I want mine hot right out the grease. So I have about 2 cups or a cup and a half of self-rising meal. Okay? You know, don't measure anything. So it depends on how much you're making is what you put in yours. I'm going to put a little bit of flour, about a couple of tablespoons of flour in that. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of sugar in it. I'm going to put some onion powder in it. Probably about a tablespoon. I can't give you no same amount of this. And same amount of onion powder and garlic powder. Onion and green peppers. Okay. 1 egg. Hold on. Okay. And put the milk in it. The milk and stir. Now I'm not frying any bacon, so I'm going to put some real bacon bits in it. Now I'm going to put the 1 egg. And that was also self-rising flour. So that way you don't need any baking powder. Now I'm going to put some, hold on. And also I'm going to put a little salt in it. And some black pepper. And some more milk. There we have our mixture. So I'm getting my griddle ready. Hold on. Okay, my griddle's getting about hot. Give it a spray.
Paperweight.
Use the one from the other one. Okay.
He did wrong charge in order to get a charge in.
I'm turning the first ones over. And put some butter on. If you watch my YouTube enough, you've seen I've made these a lot of times. Make it just to go along with the fish. Hold on. Okay. Ooh. If y'all hear some yelling in the background, it's my grandson. Okay. Let's take these up. He's on that game again. Now these basket cakes, they're good to eat just by themselves. Yeah, you don't really need any beans or anything. They're just that good. It's kind of like eating hush puppies. Getting ready to drop my fries. Let's see, they should be about ready. I think that ain't quite ready. Put some butter on these. Let me get these. Let me get the fish together. Hold on. Okay, these are the last of my bastard cakes. Got my fries are going. And I got my fish over here in the sink. And this is catfish. You know, that's the kind Tennessee North Foods with. Me, I like the bones in. The family, they like the fillets. Okay. fries going. Last of them coming up. Let me get the fish on. Okay, I got my catfish washed. They're laying in the sink. Gonna add some touch of love on it. Yeah, touch of love. Okay. I'm waiting on the oil to get hot. I'm gonna drop them. Taking up my first batch of fries. I'm going to drop a few more fries. Hold on. On these fries, I'm going to shake some seasoning called fry seasoning. French fry seasoning. Okay. Let's get this fish dropped. Okay, in here, I have that seasoned meal, some regular meal, onion powder, garlic powder, touch of love, salt and pepper. I'm getting ready to drop my fish. Oh, and I also put some of that sazon. Okay, here's the finished product. Fish, fries, basted cornbread, and white beans. And I'm drinking iced tea. Hold on. Okay. I had to regroup mine. I decided I didn't want the fries. Just want the fish, the bread, and the beans. My grandson came and got them. Okay. Let me speak to the Lord about this. Amen. Amen. Hold on, I forgot something. I forgot my applesauce. Yeah, Tennessee North likes applesauce with fish. I don't know why. For some reason, it tastes good. So I buy myself these little individual ones because nobody else in my house eats it. Except my grands. Yeah. So, let's see what these beans are talking about. You can take canned beans and doctor them up real well. And it'll taste like you made them fresh. So I got some meat in them. Some smoked Joe. What I would have put in them if I was cooking them, from dry beans. Got some onions in here. Yeah, I put onions in it. So, you can see the meat in it. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Let's see what this basted bread. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. You can taste that onion and green pepper in it. Mm. Mm. You can eat this basket bread by itself. Got that butter on top. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. My grandson said, "Grandma, how come it look like pancake?" It don't taste like no pancake. Mm. Mm. I could just ate the cornbread and the beans. Mm. 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 Delish. And if you don't like onions and green peppers and the crunch, you're not going to get no crunch there. Mm-mm. They're nice and soft. All you taste, if you close your eyes, you wouldn't even know they were there. They just mellowed into the bread with that flavor. I almost forgot the hot sauce. To me, hot sauce naturally goes with fish. If you're a hot sauce person. And I am. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. You probably said, "Why are you eating a fish with a spoon?" One, because I don't need to turn up a fork when I can use a spoon. And the other reason, because I can. Mm. See how pretty brown that is? Mm-hmm. You can't hear the crunch, but it's got a crunch to it. And the applesauce, it goes well with it. In my opinion. Mm. Yes, apple sauce and fish. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm glad I missed breakfast. Brunches. Mm. All that in a bag of chips. Hold on. My baby boy don't like to be on camera. Yeah. I had to pause for him. Mm. You love white beans. Something about them goes with fish. Coleslaw too. Coleslaw would have set it. But this is good. Try that basted bread. Whoa, it turned cornbread. You ain't got to make it flat like this. You can make it in a muffin pan. Put it in a skillet. Oh, this. I traded the fries for some applesauce. And I like my applesauce cold. Delicious. Ooh, this cold applesauce is good. Hold on. Every now and then I have to, stop back there and holler. My grandson. He gets carried away on the game. And every now and then he'll holler out some curse words. Not on Nana's. He does a lot of apologizing. You gotta get that under control. Because Nana don't. Now, what you do on your own time, it's okay. Nana say a curse word every now and then. But this game makes him. Now, I'm not telling him to calm it down because of the video channel. I'm telling him to calm it down in general because I don't want to hear that. No, you can do better. And you will do better. I don't mind him enjoying himself with the game, but my God. Some of that is doing a little too much. My brunch is... What it's going to do is mess around and make me sleepy. Yeah, I'm probably sleepy anyway, but... I got to blame it on something. Okay. You know what? Today is a nice, calm day. They said we're going to get some flurries or something, a little snow. Not supposed to accumulate too much. Really doesn't matter with me. I've been out the house today. Went to Walmart. I don't have a reason to go back out. I have a saying, and once I started saying it, my kids and friends took it on. So you can kind of say I started a trend. Years ago when my kids was young, I didn't have but the, I just had my second daughter. And I had a gown. I had had this gown for, oh my God, probably since my first daughter. 4 years in between them. So at the time, this gown had some time on it. And had a hole here and there, but it slept so well. I said, wow. I mean, I would probably wash it and hang it out on the line. My mother said, I know you didn't put that on the line. It's barely hanging together by a thread. I said, oh yeah, I washed it with the best detergent, some Tide. And my mom said it's the one that hadn't fell apart. But that's when it was at its best. If you had sewed up any of the holes or anything, it wouldn't have slept good. So I had that thing, oh my God, probably 4 or 5 years. And my mom said, you got to throw that away. And I said, it looks, excuse the term, funky. It looked funky. Even though it was clean. And I took and said, that's a good piece of funky wear. Sleeps well. And so when I get a gown that I enjoy and really like, I call it my funky wear. That piece you hang around the house and, not expecting no company. That your other, he's used to. He has some funky wear too. Pair of pants that he liked, he cut them off. One leg higher than the other. He ain't going nowhere. He's around the house. He'll put them on. Don't bother me. I'm used to it. That's when you're comfortable and you're at home. So, now when I get a gown that I really like, and I had it a while, I call it, wow, it's a good funky wear. So, now, I like these t-shirt gowns made out of t-shirt material. And my kids would say, Mom, that looks so comfortable. It is. I also like the t-shirt type material sheets. Yeah. There's something about that material. So, I had friends and my kids' friends said, where your mom get that stuff at? I'll tell them. So I got to start getting me some funky wear. So it's stuck. Everybody wants a piece of funky wear. It's that kind of loose and it ain't all binding. Made out of that t-shirt type material. Works so well. Hanging off one shoulder. Easy to scratch yourself. Just roll up and scratch and, you know what I'm talking about. It's that piece of wear that before it gets too bad, you can still go to the door in it. Put some sweats on and go to the door with it on. Some shorts, whatever. You can still answer the door. But when it really gets good and worn in, you can't be seen with it. It'll become the kind you better call first. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, I've had to retire a few. But they get good and broken when you get a rip here and a thin spot here. Yeah. Try those t-shirt type gowns. They look like big shirts come down to your knee. they're awesome. Sleep so wonderful. When you get you one, say Tennessee North told me. It's a good funky wear. Yeah. Lounge around the house. Go to the store, neighborhood store, you know. Tuck it down in some sweats. It's that kind of wear. Drop the kids off at school. As long as you're not getting out. Yeah. Get you one. Made out of t-shirt type material. Looks like a big shirt. Come down to your knee. And then drop old Tennessee or North line and say how well it sleeps. I ain't gonna steal your room. You probably got one in your house. You already got you a good piece of funky wear? Leave me a comment. If you didn't have a name for it, now you do. If you got one at home and it ain't the t-shirt material, but it's good and worn and, you know, got a hole or two here, now you got a name for it. It's called a funky wear. I'm going to end this video here because my funky wear is calling me. Don't mess around and take a hot shower and put one on. You're going to sleep. Tea good too. This is some of that Milo's tea. Yeah. Man, you got a good piece of wear that you wear to sleep in or lounge around in? That's your funky wear. You can leave me a comment too. And tell me if yours wearing good. Yeah. We got a few more days to the new year. Try to enjoy yourself. Especially if you're still off to the first of the year. A little past the first of the year. Try to get some good sleep and rest and all that in these last days. Enjoy it. Yeah. So, do you like anything about this video? Give me a thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe. Subscribe. Tell someone about Tennessee North. Yeah. And get that funky wear. See you next video.